Hey you guys, Kimberly Kayla here. So on my previous couple of videos, I asked you guys to write some questions and hopefully to the best of my abilities I can answer them. So I actually got a couple of questions from you guys and they're all really good and none of them were like, I don't know, weird. So, which is pretty cool. So yeah, first question. This is by 123 Jazzful. What was your dorm like? My dorm was really cool. I can't really compare it to dorms in the US because I never really lived in a dorm in the US before I went abroad. So it was actually my first experience living in a dorm. But it was amazing. Like the people there were so nice and they're as much as they want to learn English, they still talk to you in Japanese, but at the same time, it's like, you help me out, I help you out kind of thing. And in the kitchen for the girls' dorm, I mean, like for my level, my dorm was co ed, but on my floor was only girls. And the kitchen is like the social area, it's where you get to know everybody. In Japan, cooking is a big thing for girls. I don't know if you ever saw like in anime and manga, but the girls, like when Valentine's Day comes, they go out of their way like to make chocolates for the person they like. Oh my gosh, it was so funny during Valentine's Day. That whole week it was filled with girls like making sweets for the guy they like and seeing hopefully, they can return the feelings to them. And then it's on March 14th that the guys would return the feelings to them if they like them by like buying them a gift or also making them chocolate. But yeah, back to dorm life. It was really fun and everyone on my floor was so kind and there's something called okairi and iterashai. Iterashai means um okay, iterashai. Every time you leave, you say itikimasu, which means I'm going. And someone who's in home would say iterashai, like have a safe trip, I guess you could say. And I don't know, even though they weren't my family, like for them to say like have a safe trip when I'm leaving, and when I come back, I would say Tadaima, which means I'm home. And for them to say Okairi, which means welcome home, made me feel really warm inside, like I had a family away from home. So, like I said, it was really fun. But I do feel like you have to put yourself out there to be a little bit social so you can get to meet the people in the dorm. That was one of my big mistakes. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm antisocial, but when I'm in home, I like to stay in my room and just surf the web. So that was my fault. But I do recommend that you guys get out of your little bubble and try to mingle with everyone so you can make lots of friends because everyone there is really open, especially to foreigners. So this is a question by Miss Gamer Beauty. Did you see any Hispanic people out there? Um, I guess you could say there was Hispanic people out there. For some reason, Japan has a really big population of Brazilians. And yeah, I mean, it's not like that big, but it's like any other ethnicity that's coming into Japan right now that's not Japanese, or Chinese or Korean. It's just like a small group of people, but you can see them. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a lot. Yeah. So this one's from Stepdog359. African American hair care, like oh yeah, okay. Do you have African American hair care out there? I wouldn't say they do. I mean, there's a small population of African. Okay, there's like a small African community like making its way up right now. Like you have your French Africans, you have people from Nigeria. A lot of people from Nigeria coming in. You have your Kenyans coming in. A lot of them are Roppongi. Maybe you'll see them if you go to Roppongi, which is like the clubbing district in Tokyo. Even though you have a small African community, there aren't that many shops yet to cater to African American hair products. Thus, if you are looking for that while you're going to be in Japan, I do recommend that you buy some in the States, then take it with you to Japan because most likely you're not going to find it out there. How much was the program? My program was $36,000. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but my school actually covered some of it, well, most of it, which was cool, which was through grants and loans. And I also got the Gilman Scholarship, which you guys should really, really look into. If you're going to study abroad and you really don't think you have the money for it, I really, really do recommend the Gilman Scholarship. I mean, there's also lots of others like scholarship sources that you can look into, but I do recommend the Gilman. I mean, I helped my cousin out with it, and she also got the Gilman Scholarship. That's pretty awesome, right? I mean, as long as you're telling them in the most simplest way possible, but like the most meaningful way, why you need that money, like there's no reason why you shouldn't get the Gilman. And I mean, unless you like half-ass it or something, which it's probably the reason why you wouldn't get it. So just look into that. And also take your time writing your essay. It took me a month to fully like do my essay because I kept rewriting it. Then I kept giving it to my English teacher so they can correct it and stuff, my grammatical errors, see which sentences didn't need to be put in there, things like that. And also with my study abroad advisor, I also brought it to him because he's like one of the consultants for the Gilman Scholarship. So yeah, work with your study abroad advisor and your English teachers to get that essay banging. Okay, so tips on how to afford the trip. Those were my tips. Yeah, get the Gilman loan, save your money before you go. How are you treated as a black woman? Wow, this is like a big topic on YouTube right now for black people that are in Japan, whether they're sitting abroad there or working there or just there on travel. Um, that's something I want to get into on a video itself, but I wouldn't say I was treated any differently from any other foreigner. It's not so much that you're black, it's because you're foreign. So, I don't know, any discrimination that I may have encountered while I was in Japan would probably deal with like the fact that I'm a foreigner and that I might not know Japanese. Like, for example, you would walk into McDonald's and it's like, whoa, gaijin, which means foreigner. They would probably flip the menu over to the English side, right? Not giving you the benefit of the doubt that you might speak Japanese. But other than that, there's really no discrimination that I've encountered in Japan. This is actually a little funny story. I was in Harajuku with my friend because my friend was going back to the States soon. She was done with her study abroad trip. Um, this guy was trying to holla at us, I guess you could say. And this is like the gangster type Japanese guys, you know, the ones with like the baggy clothes and stuff. And he was like, damn, my nigga. And I was like, what the? I didn't say that out loud, but I was thinking it in my head. And I looked at my friend. I actually said that to my friend. So she was like, and I was like, my friend was black too. So I was like, what the? I know he did just say that. I mean, in Japan, um, I wouldn't say the struggle of, I mean, like, I don't know, like that word is that bad of a word in Japan because there's not that many black people in Japan. And plus you hear it like in, like, you know, American culture really does influence Japanese culture, especially black culture, which would be like hip hop and stuff. And our fashion, not our, you know what I mean, like baggy pants, stuff like that. Yeah, Tokyo is a really fashionable city, so you get like really, really different types of fashions there. And I would say that black fashion, I guess you could say, or hip hop fashion is big right now. Yeah, okay. Now, and rap music, you know, you hear that word going on in there all the time, like in like I guess you could say like sneaker stores or hip or like baby fat rockaware style-ish stores in Japan, and they think it's okay. You know, it's nothing. It's just like a word. Like, so for him to say, I understood it. I mean, I was offended, but not in a bad way. Like, okay, I wasn't offended. Like, I was gonna slap him in the face, but it was just like, did he really just say that? Like, I was laughing about it. I was like, I know he didn't just call me a nigga. And yeah, it was just a good time. It was a good time. But yeah, I don't think he meant anything bad about it. I'm pretty sure he didn't because he was really just trying to like talk to us. Okay, yeah. So, but I'll get into more about being treated as a black woman or being treated as black or foreign in a different video, which is by itself. Okay, so let's see. Did you have did you have to rent a bike while you were there? No, I didn't rent a bike when I was there. I actually bought one. It was about maybe a little over $100, but it was a really basic bike, and bikes are really cool. And mine never broke it down on me. That's a lie. My tire went flat. Maybe when you go there, you'll come across different types of bikes. The one I got was a Switch. It was a good bike. There's only one time that the tire popped on me. And that was after I bought it brand new, by the way. But it only cost me like about $10 to get it fixed, so it wasn't bad. Yeah, so no renting bikes. But also you should look into people that studied abroad there, like maybe the year before you did and are probably going home like right when you get there. Maybe you can somehow buy that bike from them. And there's lots of people that are selling their bikes, like maybe there's even used bike shops. So maybe I do recommend that you look into those before buying a full brand new bike. Yeah, talk to people in your dorm and just people on campus. Maybe your study abroad office on campus. They might know more information about that on campus in Japan. Yeah. How much do prepaid phones cost? That really all depends on the company you get. I personally got AU, so I can't really talk for like SoftBank or something. AU, I was on a 2 year contract, but I was only studying abroad for 1 year. So before you go back, you would have to cancel that contract, which cost me about like maybe close to $200. And every month should have been about 1,500, but they charge you for calling out, not calling in, but calling out. And that always ran up my bill like to maybe $40 a month, which is probably normal here, like for Metro PCS. So free phone, and every month for like you get free emailing for only 700 yen. But then like the full thing comes out to about under $25. But if you keep calling, you're probably looking at $40 a month. I don't really like texting, so that's probably why it came out to that much. Yeah, but I do recommend that you guys do SoftBank prepaid cell phones instead, because you're paying for the phone and then you're just paying monthly fees of like 3,000 yen, which is about $35 American money a month, and you don't have to pay a cancellation fee at the end, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so this one's from Danera20. What was the biggest highlight for you that you didn't film? Or like one night stand moment, I guess you could say, or like well, not really sexual, but maybe a moment that you let your hair down, things like that. Um, okay, so I guess the highlight for me would be the week that my cousin came. When the whole time I was in Japan, like, uh, I guess the one thing I really wanted to do was to share my experience with somebody, whether it be like a friend that's back in the States or like my family. And when I say share, I don't mean like just share it with them like on videos or like on pictures or just telling them about it. I wanted to show them everything that I was finding so interesting in Japan, everything I was falling in love with, the friends I met there, everything like that. So for my cousin to come during her spring break, it was like the most amazing moment of my life, most amazing 10 days of my life. I had so much fun, and she's actually here right now. So, like, just being able to recall those memories with somebody that knows it so well, it's amazing. To share what you love with somebody, I guess that aspect alone is amazing. So I wish I did film a bit more while she was there, because we had so much fun and so many stories to tell. Maybe I can do a video with her, and I'm pretty sure she would agree to it, because she loves Japan, and she's probably going to teach English there with me soon. Um, a night that I let my hair down. Let's see. Um, there's two moments I want to talk about with you guys. The first one, when I let my hair down, we met people. This is when my cousin came. Yeah, we met them at the hostel. Oh, there's like a big story about this, but I don't want to get into that much. But basically, we ended up going to this jamming place with them, and he was a guitarist. He is a guitarist. Wants to be a guitarist when he in his profession in life, and I like to sing. Maybe you guys know that already. So we sang and played together, and there was a band playing behind us. Like, you go to their music, things like that. It was "Turn Your Lights Down Low" by Lauryn Hill that I sang. It was just awesome. Like, you're in front of people. I mean, there wasn't that many people there, but just it was like my cousin and then like his brothers, and there's like a couple other people. I guess you could a couple, not a lot. But just to be on that, I don't know, just to be on that stage and to sing and do something that you love, that was amazing. I guess you could say I was letting my hair down there, because I would never done it, but that was thanks to the booze. Bang it. Okay. Let's see. Another thing I want to talk about. I went to the Yogi Park for this one Sunday with my friend Miranda. She was one of my really good friends there. She is one of my really good friends. Um, we yeah, okay, it was a Sunday. Go to Yogi Park on a Sunday. It's amazing. So many things were happening that day. There were like drummers performing and things like that. And me and my friend just went and got a cocktail, and we like sat there and watched them. And then later on in the night, we ended up meeting these nice guys. Like in the beginning, okay, they weren't showing any type of interest in that way. Maybe that's why we felt so comfortable with them. But they're like, yeah, let's go drink. Let's go out for a drink. And we're like, well, we're not really looking for expensive stuff right now. I'm like, no, 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 it's on us. So we ended up having a great time that night. They took us out to a restaurant. They paid for all the drinks. They paid for all the food. And in the end, they just told us they wanted us to have fun and make good experiences while we were in Japan. And that group of guys consisted of three Japanese guys. Oh, I lied. Four Japanese guys and then one foreigner that was from Germany. He came here like as a model. He came to Japan as a model, then fell in love, and so he stayed in Japan ever since. So that's pretty amazing. And they were all married. Well, most of them were. So I guess that's another reason why we felt so comfortable. Like they weren't trying to hit on us. So I guess you could say that's a moment I let my hair down because you wouldn't be doing that kind of stuff in the States because that's kind of scary, you know? Yeah, but just being able to let go and trust in a stranger like that was was amazing. But just to answer your question about like one night moments, like one night stand moments, no, I never did that. I'm not that type of person to do that. But yeah, but I did have like I don't know let your hair down moments, which I just explained to you. Yeah, so those are questions that you asked, and those are answers that I gave. I hope you guys like this segment, and please, please, please ask more questions because I want to give you more answers. You guys are the reason why I did a YouTube series, and I want you guys to know that there's so many ways for you to study abroad, whether it be in Japan or any other country. And if it's really money that's stopping you guys from doing it, just know that there's so many outlets out there for you guys like to tap into, and I'm pretty sure they would give you it. Like just keep your head up and like aim for the stars because that's where you ought to be. So, questions, I have answers. Please ask them. Bye.